Sorry about my outburst, y'all. I'm trying to calm myself down right now, so bear with me. I will not be turning on my phone because I do not want to see any results or anything like that. Don't need people upsetting me right now. It's my birthday, and I finished the journal, and I'm happy about the journal, and I'm good. I'm calm now. God has calmed me, and He has forgave me for saying the hateful things that I have. And I'm sorry to the person I said that to. I know you probably wouldn't forgive me because you don't have the Lord in you. That's okay. I forgive you, and that's all that matters. Moving on. Now, this is the journal I have finished. And by the way, all my likes and dislikes will be muted, whatever they call that, turned off, so you can't see any likes or dislikes because I have a hateful person that is being hateful. So I thought I'd turn that off. And just to let other people know, I only do my videos for one reason, is because I like to put, like, creations that I make out there for other people to try. Maybe they want to do it along with me. That's what we junk journalers do this for, is to do it with other people, not for them to, like, sit and chat with us while we're online, you know, unless we're doing that for that reason. I'm only doing this as a walkthrough. I do mine as a way to record myself because I don't have the means like other people do. I don't have the knowledge like other people do. To know how to make videos with a specific kind of camera, I don't have that kind of capacity to do that. I don't have that kind of money to do that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, trying to let you know that, and the reason why I turned off my chat box is because this is supposed to be my way of recording it so that people later can watch it if they want to. They can come back and watch it if they want to. Whatever. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay, He's calming me down. So moving on, to those that like and are kind and that want to hang out on my channel and check out the videos, go for it. Again, I'm sorry for what I said earlier. That was pretty vile, and that is not me. That is not who I am. So just saying, I just didn't like what the person said. It was pretty hateful. Anyways, this is the journal. This is the my interpretation of Red Dead Redemption, the Journal of Authors. It's normally got 561 pages. I can't get 561 pages in this. If I did, the book would be probably about, well, if I do it like this, that sucker would probably, it'd probably reach itself on around. Without any ephemeria or anything, just pages only, it would be pretty thick. It would be like a novel thick. That's the reason why I'm not doing that. In reality, in the game, is totally different than having literally before you the pages. You know, it's hard to explain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you've never made a journal. So, or a book, period. So, back to what I was saying, is this is all hand done by me. From the drawings to the paper itself. The only thing I didn't create, the paper itself, a tree did, and a paper processing company did. I stained it, is when I say I made the paper, that's what I'm saying. Is I stained the paper, I coffee stained it. That's what we do as junk journalers. This is not a journal. This is a junk journal. This has all kinds of ephemeria stashed in there for the person to get information from. To enjoy the game, even, if you want to say that. But anyways, it's just got little things here and there, a little piece of me in there, you know, whatever, because this is part of me. So anyways, this is real leather done by a cow. Somebody, some company was selling cow leather on Amazon, so I bought it because Red Dead Redemption, I needed it to look like Arthur's journal, you know, on the outside. That's why I chose this person, whoever sold this. The one I chose, though, was a little bit lighter. I'm kind of actually glad that this one is the one that came. The only problem is it did have some flaws on the leather. Like there's a split right there where they had cut it, trying to cut it in pieces for other people to buy, you know. Ooh, I'm hoping I calm down a little bit because my left arm is kind of achy. So, because I stressed out too much, that's why. anyways, if it's my time and I die right before you, I'm sorry, but I'm okay with that. If God wants to take me home, then so be it. So anyways, I'm trying to get back my mind right now, so bear with me if I stammer and stutter or pause or whatever, okay? And I know those who follow me and care about me will understand that and not be rude. So thank you for being patient with me and understanding, too, of my outbursts. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to, Anyways, I hand sewed this all the way around, this leather, and it has 3 layers of things. And I want it to be still pliable, so that's why I did it with a thin chipboard in between the fabric and the leather, because the leather has this black ink they used on the inside, on the other side of this. As you can see, that's what it looks like. And when you rub it, it turns your hand black. And this is the only place it's going to have that, so, be understanding of that. The inside of the journal is like this. It's not perfect, but nothing ever is, seems like. When you do things by hand, it has a part of you in it. The spine has the X signature sewing in. That's how I did it. And it has 2 signatures, by the way. And it's sewn all the way around, hand sewn by me, including the latch here. I had to restart it because, redo it here. That's why this piece of leather is here, covering this piece here, because I want it to be pretty on the front, and this was the front. And this thing was over here, and I had screwed it up because this is the front, this, and it was backwards. And I found that out by looking at that little notch. That's how it's always been, telltale for me to let me know if it's turned the wrong way. And it was. After I'd already sewed it. So anyways, I just wanted you to understand that right now. And I'm talking with my hands because you can't see my face. So, the book is, I already did this video and I'm having to redo it, 5.5 inches wide. And it is almost 8.5 inches in length. Its spine, this side, is 1.5 inches. This way it's like 3 inches. A little bit, 3.5 inches. If you leave it loose like that. Tight wise, if you get about right there, I see it's about 2 inches. Okay, that's out of the way. Okay, now I feel happy. Okay, thank you, Lord. Okay, the inside is done with it like a terry cloth. And then we have this muslin here. Cloth that's made out of a dress that I had ordered online. I didn't like the dress because it was too itchy. And so I bleached it, and the black turned to this beautiful caramel color, so that's why I used that for a lot of my journals, because muslin is very strong fabric, so that's why I put that as that. And on the inside you can see the signatures and how they were sewn. They have 4 holes because of the X's. Now, we're going to start through the journal, so here we go. Hopefully this doesn't end up being hours long. So this is what I say when I tell you that this is my handmade paper. This is coffee stain paper is what I meant. And as you can see down here, you can see the dark spots in here. I love it. I love this paper. This one is really pretty. Now, I'd already taken all these out and talked about them, so I'm going to have to go back through all that process again. So here we go. This page is done by me. This is not in Red Dead. I actually signed it on camera earlier, but it don't matter. It's got my signature now that you see that. But the reason why I put this is because this is one of the very first things that happens with Arthur in Red Dead Redemption, is he learns how to use the bow and arrow with Charles. And there's the stream, and this is the ice area, when they there, and all that ice and the snow and everything, and all that good jazz. So they go and they catch 2 deer with a bow and arrow, and that's how Arthur learns how to use the bow. So I drew that picture because I felt that deserved to be in the journal as the very first picture. And this is my accident, but also was pretty cool. It showed me that I remembered parts of the book without even having the book open and looking at it, which was amazing because I have dementia. So in my mind, I keep thinking that I'm thinking things, but that's not the way dementia works. So anyways, that's what happened here is this is an eagle that's supposed to be flying in at an angle like this. The snake is supposed to be slithering this way. Well, it's in the same picture, same creatures, and I thought that was just really amazing. I was really happy with myself, whether you like it or not. And you know who you are. So anyways, these are pockets that I created that I learned from watching someone called Pam, and she has a channel called The Paper Outpost. This is her digi right here. This is the bottom part of this digi. And I liked it so much that I made it into the very first pocket on here. And this is just a piece of paper that I had. This one is from Crafty Kitty or Crafty Cat. No, Crafty Cat. Crafting Cat. I don't know. Anyways, she's one of the very first digis I got. She actually was giving it away for free, and I downloaded it to my laptop and never was able to print it because it didn't have a printer. And my husband caught me crying one night, and he bought me a Canon printer the first time, and I managed to get this out, but it turned out like crap because I don't know how to, or didn't. Now I do. But I have yet to find it. I have it put up in like one of my F drives, I guess, and I can't find my F drives. So, whatever. Anyway, so there's that. And this, I have like 3 pages where I'd screwed up. Well, I used each one of them in this digital, in this, not digital, in this thing, journal. Sorry. This is a steak oil advertisement, and I thought this would be perfect for this. It's just a printout, of course, from royalty-free things. This is a printable as well that you can get. Well, actually, you can just find it on any website, mostly Reddit and places like that. People will actually show you how they've gotten them. And I can't get them to a certain... This is the size I could get for these. Otherwise, it blurs it so bad you can't even read the names and you can't even see the pictures. So this is the size you get. And it's about that big, as you can see. Not very big. In Red Dead, they're about this big. And you can see the difference in size. So I tried. I did try. And these are from Pam. That's from the Paper Outpost. This is her digi. One of out of her whole digi of calling cards. I have a whole bunch too, which I will be printing out on my, putting into my digi on my. I might have already done it. I'm not sure. I forget. Anyways, it's backed with my coffee stained paper that I did, and this is the back. Another one of those. This is the back side. Another one of these too, from Pam. And the inside you can write on this as a journaling spot as well. Now that you know what these are, I won't be saying more about them. I'll just show you what they look like. Leave a page instead of having the writing that Red Dead Redemption has in it. I actually left that blank so that the person that buys the journal will have a place to write in. That's why I did it. I didn't expect to be writing in the journal, putting, wording in there, you know what I mean? So I left it blank for you. And this is some artwork that all these are my own drawings, by my own hands. I mean, they're not my drawings, they're drawings that I recreated from a picture that I saved to my computer and printed out so that I'd have them, and I did them online with y'all so you could watch. They're actually in past videos you can watch. This is the Alaskan ginseng, oregano, an empty page to write on. And this is the legendary buck, and this is a printout that I did of a wanted sign. It takes a lot to find these things, but I found one and I managed to get the printout of it, and I did it on like paper bag kind of material or paper, but it's actually a like gift wrapping paper, if that makes sense. Anyways, and I stained it up really well because this is the kind of stain that I like to use because it makes it look more rustic, like the Western days would be. And on this side you have the yarrow, the winter green cherry. This is the trees that they have, that the Indians actually, they're the ones that created these trees. They're called trail trees. And if you read up on history, you'll find out that the tree was actually manipulated when it's young to be bent in a certain way, or, you know, whatever, just so that the Indians were able to find their way back home in certain ways without having to do the tracking, you know what I mean? If it makes sense. Just check it out and you'll find out about it. But these are called trail trees. That's why they're called that. And each one of them is in here. Here's the other one. And then there's the little bird and the little scared squirrel that's in Red Dead, which is funny. I'm not going to pull that off, like I said. But on the back, these are blank so that you can open them wide and just write on them as well. They're hidden spots for you to journal on, basically. And these are other cards that I got. It's really hard to get some of these to even show up as clear at all. Because, I mean, these people did these for a reason. But they want you to download them. And I can't trust that, you know, because even my my antivirus that I have on my computer said not to trust it. And so I can't do that, so I do a screenshot instead, and it makes it easier for me, and I can't do anything other than that. Every time I try to add it to my thing, it just blurs the picture. It says it is when I screenshot it, so this is the size I got. So, yeah. Other people have all this good knowledge on how to do all this stuff. I don't. This paper here is from an old book. And it actually, I even said this before, it has a little hole. Hopefully y'all can still see. You can't see it right now a little. Has a little hole there, and that is from a piece of wood chip that was in this paper. That's how old this paper is. It actually had wood chip in it, and so I left it in there. I thought that was really, like, cool. So I wanted it to be a part of this journal. This is part of that digi from Crafty. And this is my coffee stain paper on the back. This is supposed to be, I was going to back it up with some hard cardstock, but I was like, nah, I'm going to leave it like this so they can journal on the back. And I just aged it a little bit, but it's just, you know, different kinds of snake heads so that people, you know, because, I mean, Arthur does that. He knows all about snakes. So, you know, moving on. Then you have, in the game, you have what they call, it's called cocaine gum. So I found this cocaine toothache drops. It's as close as I could find. So I did and it's on that royalty-free website. So I printed it out and put it in here. So I have 2 of those and throughout this. I'm trying to get this back down in there. It's real nice and tight there for it to not fall out. And there's the cards for the horses, the cigarette cards for the horses. And then you have back here, there's the elk, the creeping thyme, and there's another one of the trees, a fox, golden currant, and a trail tree, a little birdie, and a horsey, you know, with a, anyways, you know. It's in the journal. Just check out the video and you'll see. Not the video. Well, there's a lot of videos, so you can find it on there. This is the bird, and then this is some trace paper that and this was hard to do, by the way. I talked about how you can do it where it's easy to do, and that is get you, not cardstock, but something very stiff like cardstock, and use little pieces of tape and fold them over each other like that. Make it a long, little skinny piece. Put 1 in each corner, and then 2 on the sides here, and 1 in the middle on the top and the bottom. And it should hold the trace paper down and then send it through your printer. Well, my Epson is what I used. But yeah, and it did well. It did want to grab on the sides here and here on a lot of them, but this one it did pretty doggone good. I was actually very happy with it. I did cut it down to be a little bit smaller because I didn't want it too huge. Yeah, and then I, of course, inked it to age it. And there's that big bird. And there is the burnt forest in his journal and in the game. You should know what that is if you played the game. Another one of the cigarette cards, which is very famous in the game. This one in particular is very well known. Another snake card, snake oil, laminate, whatever. And a picture of a thistle because he does have a camera that he carries on him. I actually want to put something else in this journal. I don't know if I want to tell you what it is. I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I don't know which page I'm going to put it in, or might put it in a pocket instead. We'll pause right here and see if I can find it. It should be in this drawer right here. I keep adding things before I get done. There it is. Okay, this is... Okay, so this is what they call a 10 card. This is how, if that guy would have taken a picture back then, okay, this is the kind of cards they did the pictures on. I bought this one from Etsy. It is getting quite a bit old. It's rusting at the bottom because this is very old. This is Western Day picture. This will be in this journal, and it will be taped up just like this. It's made out of metal on the back. That's why they're called 10 photos. And this is how big they are. They're not very big, so... And this costs a little bit of money there. I wasn't going to do it because I was going to actually save this for my husband. I'm going to put this up here because I got to find a pocket for it to go in. But that will go in here. That will be the most expensive thing in this journal, including the leather. The leather was pretty expensive itself. So, yeah. And then there's this guy here and some burdock root and another horse. Another thing of that cocaine toothache drops, but it's supposed to have been like representing the gum. The snake oil. By the way, my husband hates having to find that cocaine gum. He's finally finding out that it's actually useful for him, for Arthur. This is one of Pam's digis, which is on one of the pockets at the beginning. It has a top piece. I mean, it has a bottom piece down here. I used it in another thing, but this is this one, and I did it so that you can write on the back as a journal piece. This is one of the guys in the game that does the treasures, and you find him on the cliff. He's the Italian-looking guy, or Spaniard guy. That's who that is. And on this side, you have wild feverfew and black currant. And then we're just going to put this right back on here, because I don't want to have to go back and redo all that of finding where it needs to go. And this is another place you can journal on. Another place you can journal on. Desert sage. And another horse with a guy. I loved drawing the horses. Fast sketching even. It was really fun. Anyways, a little bird. I'm guessing it's supposed to be a pigeon because the way its head was shaped. It was strange. Little doggy. Okay, maybe I can stick it in this one. How deep is that pocket? Nope. This one I know is good. No? Okay, maybe not. Gotta be a deep enough pocket. So anyways, we have cigarette cards in here and a calling card. These were left in the butler with the butlers, or put underneath the doors, or what have you. But they were left with their names on it. It was kind of like a business card back in the day, and this is how they would give the card to people, let them know they came by. And this is one of Pam's digis from Pam from the Paper Outpost. On Etsy.com, you can find her. So there's that, and I have one too, but I don't know if I have mine up yet. But the back, I always put them on with these paper clips because to me these look really close to what I think they would be back then. I don't know, but you can always write on the backs as journal cards. And here is a Texas bill. It's only a copy, as you can see right there. Anyways, Houston, Texas, Treasury Department is what an original one looked like. It came from a museum. It's a replica of the original. So I thought I'd stick that in here. This is the legendary wolf. It's a picture in the Red Dead Redemption book. There we go. Actually, I want that to turn around this way. I want that 20 to be seen. There we go. I wonder if that one's deep enough. No, still not deep enough. Okay. These are just some of those cards, cigarette cards. There's Sadie, and then you have this over here, another real famous card that you find in the game. I call these more famous. These are okay. These are the ones I always watch and find in the game. Another June 27th, 1898 digi that I think this either came from Pam's digis or it came from one of mine, because I actually have these two as well that I've ordered. You can journal on the back as well. Oh, this goes across it. You can journal here as well. Gotta open this up. I'm trying to do this fast enough so I can show you the surprise that I have to go with it. which you probably already figured it out from the picture. Another picture of a horse. Like I said, I love drawing horses. That was the one thing I was very thankful for, that whoever it was that made this, you know, the game, they did add a lot of horses in the game. I love that. But it feels like I'm actually riding one of the horses, too. Anyways, you can journal here. And there's some doggies, little sketches. There's another place you can journal. Warhog. What do they call them? Pronghorn. And these are just another little bitty over-the-top pockets. And you can journal on the back. They're like hidden journaling spots. Can that fit in there? Nope. What about this one? Oh, this is so hard to find a spot for this. I don't want to end up putting it inside the special thing. I was telling you what it was. And on the back, there's that one. And I put inside of this pocket. Hang on, I'm on my inside of it, but the reason why I added this pocket like this is I put a part of the game on there, the map of the game. This is New Austin. And that picture right there is the St. Denis. You have a pocket here, back here. You got one here, and you got one here. Ooh, pull that one right out. It's another one of the little things. That's as big as I could get it without blurring it. Then you have a pocket here and one here. Set that back on that side. Let's see if this will fit on this side now. Oh, it might. It might. Yes! Okay, you're going up here. Oh, maybe not, because I don't want it to stick out, so I guess we'll just put that back there. So there's your little surprise when you open it, and it's in the back of the first digi. This is from the game. Oh, I forgot to show you this. This is the woman, the grind mill looking thing in New Austin, and she's I think she's either a donkey face or she was a goat head woman. I don't know. Anyways, she's a skeleton, and she was used some weird purposes, I guess, or something. These are the two brothers, and they're fighting over some girl, or yada, yada, yada. They're at the waterfall, and they get... Anyways, I'm not going to explain all that. Anyways, that's what that one was. This is the parakeet. Here is a wanted poster, again, that I found, and I roughed it up, printed it out on this kind of paper. Did really well, and I love them. I love these, the way they turned out. Place to journal. You can even journal, by the way, on the back of these, if you choose to. You can journal here and here. And this on here. I'm trying to get it on there. There we go. That one came off. And then you have the parakeet over here and the turtle. The snakes. And here is two more of those calling cards. And you have, this came from one of my digis. It's from a book I have that's copyright free. Images. So I photocopied it and put it on photo paper and printed it out because it reminds me of Red Dead Redemption and the way he has two horses and one you always use is a mule. Anyways, and he's wearing a cowboy hat and all that good jazz. And you can see the mountains just like in the game. And then you have these people that always either ahead of you or behind you and they get on your nerves because they get in your way. Put that picture in this one because this one's bigger. You can even write here if you want to, even on the back there. You can write on the back of this. This is an old book page from an old book. I want to make sure it had some old antique stuff in it. You can journal there. And there's the legendary alligator picture. It's from Red Dead. Okay, put that on there. I only took what I seen that was really, really important. I did want to put some of the cougar pictures in there and stuff, but I forgot. There's another snake oil one. Here, I'm going to try and pull that out if I can without ripping that, because that's tight. So anyways, this is another snake oil that you can have in your journal to write on the back, and it's just really cool. It's like a label that was on the front of the bottles, you know. Hang on, I gotta put this back on there. These are really tight. You may have to open it to put it back in there. because the pockets are very tight. This one is. Now, put that there, and this one here. I actually want to cover it. No, I want like that. And put that across it. And then there's the guy that has a missing leg. He's the one that has the golden horse that you have to catch. That's down by the pond. He's by the rock near that, where that, what's the name of that daggone one? I forget the name of the pond. Anyways, there's a cabin off of it. It has a pier that you can actually go fishing there. And you can catch one of the mooses, by the way. If you didn't know that, you can get one of the western mooses there. I had to show my husband at exactly 2 o'clock. Turn your back the opposite way where the big rocks are on the opposite side where that, the grizzly, he goes down to try and catch the fish and stuff. Well, if you get over there, you turn your back toward the opposite way of the, like this is where the pond is. You're over here. The cabin is over here. Turn your back that way at exactly 2 o'clock. Or no, wait. No. Sorry. My bad. 4 o'clock. So about 53 after, because it goes really quick. Turn your back that way if you're trying to get a western moose that has the antlers. Turn your back that way, and then turn back, and he'll be there. That's if you do it a certain way. You have to like save it before that so that you can keep trying it. That's the cheating way, or you can just go there and do it the right way like I do. So anyways, journal here. And this is one of the pike fish. I think that's what it's called, pikes. Anyways, in the journal, he draws half of it, and the other half isn't drawn, and he writes right here. I'm not writing in this, I told y'all. So you can journal here, you can journal there if you want to. Journal here, and you can journal there. That's the one place I messed up and didn't put anything there by accident. Another one of these things where you can write on the back, and it's got all these cards and things in there, ephemera. You've got a pocket here, here, and here. Here, here, and here. And they just have those cards in them. This one is an advertisement for soap from back then. And I thought that would be perfect because he does take baths at that place. So I thought, why not put that in there? And no, I do not get the woman to help me. My husband might, but I don't. This is a wolf that, because you're always getting wolves that are attacking you. And I think that this one, when he talks about this one, there's like a little story up here. He's telling about this wolf. This is the leader of the pack of wolves. And he shoots the leader of the pack of the wolves. And the other ones disperse and quit falling. So, anyways, that's what it says in the story of it. But I just drew the picture of the wolf. And that's what's there. So you can journal there and here. Moving on. This is one of the maps of the next page where they're going to do a heist. You can journal here. And yes, this paper has all been coffee stained by me. Just saying. And then you have the bridge of the heist where they blow up the bridge and everything. And then you have another reward map. Reward, what do we call these? Reward sign. I made sure to put a hole. I don't know if y'all seen that while I was making the video. But there's a hole there, like they put it, like you just took it off the wall. There's a hole there and a hole there. And I really love the way I stained that one up. That one looks really good. Oh, I just love that. So, moving on. This is the dream catcher on the other side and a place to journal. And right after the dream catchers, that's a part of the game that you have to do, which I love doing. And then you can journal, like I said. And then you have an Indian teepees. This was in Red Dead Redemption's journal, of Arthur's journal, so I just recreated it. All these drawings are recreated drawings of Red Dead Redemption's in Arthur's journal. Except that one. That one I did. And I signed it. The rest of them I didn't sign. And this page here is a blank page that you can write on. And this is called a hidden paperclip. I'm trying to pull this off. So what it does is it's a hidden paperclip, just pretty much what it speaks of. So I used this guy. This guy posted this on, I think it was Reddit, and he offered for anybody to use it. They said you're free. He said you're free to use it. So I was like, okay, cool. So this is basically the same one I've been using throughout the pockets. Little pieces of it. This is the what they call fast travel map, and then this is a picture that is on his thing, and some more of the map on there. And as you can see, there's a paperclip hidden inside there. And you just take a piece of paper, you fold it, and you put it through it, and then you glue another piece of paper over it. That's how you make paper clips, hidden paper clips. And as you can see, this was a screwed up map that I was trying to do. This is the robot in the game. This is in the journal as well. So I did that. Another card, another card. And this is one of my digis. And this is not the original. I used my own hand and a pencil, and I traced over the pencil lead from the original that I made a copy of, because it's in a digi of mine that I'm planning on putting out eventually. Unless I already have it out. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I wrote there with a pencil, make it look real, along with the red pencil that's supposed to be, you know, on the page too. This is a 1928 instead. It's not as old as the other one, but it's close. It's good. This folds up and then goes back underneath here like so. Covers over him, making sure there's nothing on the back. And it just goes over your page, like so, and you push it down. Tuck your stuff back up underneath there. Push it to the side so you can see what's up underneath there, so you can pull that out and look at it. Yeah. And then side, again, one of the horse cards, and another advertisement for snake oil from back then. Another picture that he drew, which was the bat and the horse that was tied down. This goes back on here, like so. And then you can journal here. This is the guy that he shot, I guess. It's in the journal. And then this is the buffalo. This is the, what do you call it, buffalo? The legendary buffalo. I did my best. It's not my best. I'm pretty sure that I could have done better than that. Because to me, it looks like this part is much smaller. Even though the picture shows it like that. So, I don't know. Anyways, this, you can journal on this side. And there's a pocket here, here, and a big one here. And this is a piece off of that map. I did it in pieces, like that. Oh, and there's pages blank on this side. I left a lot of the pockets empty for you to fill yourself. There's the face of the robot that I guess loses his mind or something, if he had a mind. Okay, there's the lady card. There's the Otis Miller Brothers, or Boys, or whatever card. And another card that you can journal on the back. Not card, Infirmia. And it's an 1897. This is the bottom half of this one right there. It's the bottom half to that one. And it's one of Pam from the Paper Outpost. That's one of her digis that she did. And here is another one of these. This one's in, I think, French or some other kind of language. I forget which. Anyways, it's an old Infirmia that's on trace paper that I printed out. You can print on, you can write on that side of journaling. If I repeat myself, I'm sorry. Here we go. Okay, put that back. Put that one back. And then we have this lady here. This is actually a card I have. It's a, what do you call them, postcard. And it's about this long, about that big. And I did a print of it so that I could put it in here and do like one of these. So that you can journal on this. You can journal on that. But it looks like she favors that girl that he dates in the game. That Arthur dates. I forget her name. Annabelle or something maybe? And then you can write here. These 3 pages, I was going to draw something on them, but I was like, you know what? I like people to be able to write, so I left a lot of writing spaces. And then there's the back. These are on those spots because those were knots where I had to tie this down. So in order to keep that from pressing and making a hole in this side, I put the leather over it to protect the paper. Okay, that is the journal itself, and now I'm going to show you my little gift to whoever buys this. This is basically not meant, this was not meant to be created. I do this because it keeps it from unraveling. Because watch, see, I don't know how they keep, because I tried everything to make it stay. I guess it'll be okay. I mean, it will because it's got enough. I made sure to leave enough on it. But I do have something else I'll show you here in a minute that will go with this to wrap around that. Okay, this is what I created as a satchel. This is going to be a gift to you, whoever buys this. These are my little things. This is actually for real. It's from a necklace that I've had for years that I got from a house that was where I used to live. But yeah, it's Indian memorabilia. And this is your rope that goes, I call it rope, but anyways, the part that goes around your neck and hangs to make it hang by your hip like it does for Arthur. I didn't have flat leather, so I just made some braided leather, and it's from, oops, it's from this, and it's leather. Tandy Leather Company. Something fell. Oh, it's mine. It's a almanac that I have. Okay. So that's why that's on there. So if you're wondering, now you know. And I used, there's things down in there. Don't look at that. I'm going to hide that a little bit. These are beads that I use for sewing these together, this satchel together, because I didn't want it to come undone. So, and I know how to sew by hand. I'm really good with my hands when it comes to sewing. It's doing it on a machine that I hate to do. My mom taught me how to sew by hand instead. So, which is a much better trait, to tell you the truth. Because you don't always have the money to buy a sewing machine, so your hands are always with you. You know what I mean? So anyways, I sewed here. I didn't want it to be perfect, so I did it kind of like half, excuse my language, but half-ass. And I did the back. I went all the way around. I went all the way around this. I had it inside out to sew it together. And I did the same thing as I did here, which is called a blanket stitch. And I'll show you on the inside. I sewed this to the inside, and this I glued down so it wouldn't come up. I'm trying to get it to where you can see the side, if that's going to be possible, and it's not going to be possible. So just trust me on that. You can, if you buy it, you can turn it inside out. Now, this satchel is made from my daughter's, my daughter when she was a young little girl, about 10 years old. She had a pair of Uggs, and she grew out of them really quick. She might have worn them for one winter, and that was it. And here in Texas, that's not that very hot, okay? Instead of throwing them away, because, you know, she's a kid, you know, anyways, I didn't throw them away. I kept the leather on the top, and it also had the fur on the inside. So I kept it, and I've had thinking of what I was going to use it for and never got around to it. So this made it perfect for use for the satchel. And as you see, it's already done. It's already sewn for you. And I sewed it twice on the back here. I sewed the top edge down so that it wouldn't unravel or anything. And then I sewed across to get this into it so it wouldn't come loose. So I sewed it again right across right there. Okay. Now that's said and done. And this is not real leather, I'm pretty sure, but you never know. I don't know for sure if this is real leather, because it does have this like mesh here over the suede, but the feather, I mean, this is not real fur. So just saying. But this could be real suede. I don't know. You never know. Now, this, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. This is some fake faux barbed wire. I created this. I created this for another reason, and it just suits this real well. So I'm going to send this barbed wire with you. The reason why is because the only thing is it keeps wanting to unravel with some of the shorter pieces. So all you have to do is tighten it like that. And it looks like barbed wire. Anyways, the reason why I'm going to send it with you, if you want, you can have it to put around this, to hold this together even more so. And all you do is you start it around this side, tighten this up like that, put it here, wrap it once around the front, and there you go. And you just tuck it like so. It'll hold it, and it looks like barbed wire on there. It's really cool. I like it. It's up to you. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. Moving on. Okay, you have this is a field kind of thing for whenever he's out and about, you know. And it's just the snakes, and it lets you know which one are the venomous ones to watch out for, you know. And I just aged it to make it look. That's my paper, by the way, my digi paper. And it goes with on the back to hide the whiteness of the paper that this is right here. And I aged it the best I could. So, yeah. And you can that. Here's the other one. Oh, it's stuck. This is the other one. I roughed it up and inked it really good because I want it to look really good. And this is just a field guide. The only creature in all these tracks is the otter. Wait, the otter. It's not an otter in the game. It's a beaver instead. Yeah, that's the only one. It's got... Oh, I don't know what a grouse is. I don't know what a G-R-O-U-S-E. I'm not sure what that is. But there's a mallard. There is a coyote. There's raccoon. There's whitetail. There's cottontail rabbits. There's red fox, black bear, moose, bobcat, porcupine, gray squirrel, and a turkey. But I don't see the otter, and now I see that, so there's not one of those in the game either. Oh well, not a biggie. Maybe he ventured off. This is the last thing in there, and this is how deep it is. It's really cool. I love this. Like I said, if you don't buy it, I don't care. I will put this sucker up, and I'll keep it in my house and display it because me and my husband play the game. It's actually one of the games I will play on the PS4. All the cards that I didn't use in the book, I will be sending to you. As you can see. Here's the little ones that didn't want to get bigger without blurring on me. So you have just about every one of the cards, at least that I found. I'm not sure if there's more, but it's just a disclaimer to let you know they may not all be here, but it wasn't intended for this to go with you. It was just meant to find a few here and there and stick them in the journal. But I'm like, what am I going to do with them? I'm not going to make another Red Dead Redemption. And I can always print them back out again because I know where to find them. But there's these, and then there's these. They're all, the extras are all here. It was left over. There's all those, all the lady ones, and what's left of the horse cards. Those will be in the bag. Again, I'm sorry if my chat is closed down where you cannot use it. I didn't intend for my live video of my walkthrough to be for anybody to ask questions or any of that stuff. This is just for me to video record it because I don't have the ability to record and edit and all that kind of good stuff that these other ladies have the ability to do. Now, I just love how that says Texas tough. I'm tough. Sometimes. Anyways, these are just some things that I found that's really cool. They make cool clinking noises. And most people that do buy journals, junk journals, there's reasons why they buy them. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of the YouTube ladies don't even realize that's why. But a lot of people buy them because they have special needs, I call it. Anyway, special quirks, as you might call it. Like the sound of trace paper, crinkly, that crinkle. People have, like, I think it's autism. It's like it's hard to explain. Just about everybody has a certain amount of autism in them. Whether you believe that or not, I have found that by going to therapy, and the therapist tells you about all this stuff. And that's the reason why a lot of people have mental illnesses too, that they don't want to reveal to everyone. So anyways, moving on. So these have a cool sound. They have a cool texture. That's why people use the spinners, because of that reason. Because they keep their fingers moving and stuff. Well, this is kind of the same thing. Kind of like coins, you know. That's why, like, they show on, what's that show called? The movie. Is his name Two-Face? I don't know. Anyways, on Batman. That's why he would always flip this coin. You know, he'd always flip the coin. It's because he had that. I'm not going into more details than that. Anyways, that's why I added these to this. It's because of the cool sound. That's why I put the trace paper in there like I did, because of the crinkle. There's so many things. That's why I said this is why I make these journals, because I have these issues, and that's why I love the sounds. That's why people buy our journals, because of that, and our imagination, how crazy it goes, you know, and how, anyways, just saying. These little things, not only for the sounds, it sounds like, oh, they sound so cool. Anyways, they have, like, scale-looking things on them. And in the game, you have a Gila monster you have to catch to make one of these. You have iguanas that you have to catch, and they have scales. So do fish that you got to catch in the game. And so do alligators. And a lot of these, if you look at them, they have like that print of an alligator or a Gila monster. Even a fish, you know. So that's why I threw these in there. That's why they're in there. And then the sound, and then the feel, it helps. It does, trust me. This is one of the, it's not exactly from the game, but I added it because it reminds me of the lockets in the game. That you will find on people whenever you loot them and stuff, and it's just a locket, and that helps with that click. I just love that. I love messing with lockets because you know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going on with that. So that's why that's in there. Let me get that out of there. I don't like the air in them because it takes up room. That will be in there. And I put them in these little Ziplocs. It makes it easier to keep them from getting scratched up by the other items like those things. I'm going to put these back in here. This is like natural colors, and this is an ankle bracelet. You can put this on your ankle. And not just women wear ankle bracelets. Guys do too. Indians wore tribal stuff. They wore even beads and stuff. They wore all kinds of stuff, and they wore it in different places. They would even wear it in their ears, in earrings and stuff like that. They had it hanging out of their hair, like their braids. I absolutely love learning about Indian memorabilia and stuff like that. I do. Anyways, then we have all these little guys. I got these from Hobby Lobby. I thought it was a really cool idea when my husband found them. And it reminds me of the creatures you have to kill in the game, the legendaries. We have a little wolf. Of course, it's not a little wolf when you kill the one. He's a huge one. But there's the legendary moose. I would make it white, but unfortunately the paint would just peel off of him because he's soft. But he represents the moose. And so does the little bear. You have to kill these animals in the game anyways, whether they're the legendary or not. That's why it doesn't really matter what color they are, because you do have to kill a black bear as well. But I've represented these as the legendaries in my mind. You can represent them however you wish. Make sure I'm being recording still. This is the eagle for the feathers and stuff. And this is the, here's a little alligator. Has a hair in his mouth. I wonder what he's been eating. Anyways, and a little bat. Thought that was really cool. And you do have to collect bats in the game. And guess what this is? The bison, the buffalo. And you do have to kill buffalo inside the game. And some of them has hooks that you can actually hang them from something. Here's a piece of faux gold, like a chunk of gold for you. And here is the parrot that you have to document, by my thoughts anyways. It's just a little parrot that you hang off of a necklace. And then these are the charms that you will get. I was actually not going to put a certain one in here, but I did. I ended up doing it after all. And that is this one right here with a holster. It's a pistol with a holster. It's really cool. Goes in and out and moves, literally. So there's that. Then you have a dream catcher. And you have a wolf howling. You have a cactus from Austin. That's why I did that one. And you have a horse, because you have to catch a lot of horses in the game. You see a lot of horses running. So that's why I made sure to go ahead and put this one on in there, even though it's gold and most of it's all silver. So I went ahead and put it in there anyways. You can do whatever you want to with it. Of course, author's hat, which is a Western hat. And this beautiful little horse. I just thought that was so pretty, so I put that in here as well. And these are all charms that you can hang from your journal, if you choose to. I'm not going to do that because Arthur is not a person to do that. He was a Western guy back in the Western days, and you can't change Western days and say, well, he was a womany kind of man. He was more on the feminine side. No, he wasn't. He was a Western man. He was a cowboy. So, there. Anyways, now. That's the little small tidbits you'll get there. These go inside here. Now I'm going to take that off and wrap it and put it back inside there. Take that back off. All you do is unlasso it. And I'm just going to wrap it up. And as again, if any of these loosen up, you just grab the opposite end and grab this end and then pull real tight and just do like this, and eventually it'll tighten back up. And if you want to know how to make these, I think I showed you how. I don't know if I left that video up or not. I'll show you real quick. All it is this kind of leather. You can probably use any kind of leather. You just get a whole bunch of pieces, like 3 pieces. I braided them. Real barbed wire is twisted, but it wouldn't stay together with those on it, so I just braided it instead. Put a little bit of this Spanish copper, rubbed it on it, and let it sit overnight so it would cure on it, meaning harden, and then I would buff it the next day. That was before I put these on there, though. So, yeah. And then you take one of these, the piece of leather, go through it, make sure it's a long piece so that you can tighten it down, and you can put a little glue and it'll hold them from doing that. And you just go at an angle on each corner, on each piece, and it makes it sharp looking like a piece of barbed wire from a fence. So, and that's how you make that. These are how I always put these on my hat. Just make a long enough one, do that, tie it in the back, let it hang off the back of your hat. It goes around the rim of your hat like that. It just hangs. It's really cool looking too on the hat. Just if you didn't know. And yes, I do have a cowboy hat. And yes, I have broken a horse before. And yes, I have rode in a bull. Got almost killed, but because I didn't know what I was doing, and I'll never do it again. I just wanted to see what it was like, and I got stupid. So yeah, anyways, moving on. That's what you get with this journal here. So hopefully you heard this. I'm going to pop this up real quick without looking at anything else. Hopefully I can, there we go. I'm going to see if I can hear. If I can hear, that's all I'm going to listen to. Oh, wait, I ain't got sound up. If I can hear, that's all I'm going to listen to. Okay, so I know that you can hear me. So, okay, with that said, that's good enough for me. And I hope that's good enough for you. I turned it back off because I don't want to know if anybody's watching. I don't really care. This is just a walkthrough, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, share with others, because this will be up on my store for 2 weeks only. That's all I'm giving, because I want this as just as much as anybody else that plays the game. I really like this journal. I really do. It's not going to be cheap by any means. Nope. It's going to help me and my husband out financially. It's going to help us pay our rent if I sell this. But yeah, this is going to be about, I'm going to say about $165. It may not be something you want to hear, but yeah, I really want to keep this. And the only way you're going to get this is if you pay that $165. Because I really want to keep this thing. So, okay. I guess that's it. So, by the way, I forgot. If you want to find this while it's up there for 2 weeks, only 2 weeks, 14 days. I'm going to take some pictures tonight of it, and then tomorrow I'll post it. After that day, from that day to 14 days after that, then on that 14th day, it's coming back down, and I will keep it for myself because I absolutely loved how this turned out. I really am shocked that it turned out really well. And today's my birthday, so this will be a gift to myself if I don't. You know, if I don't sell it, this will be a gift to myself. Just be a belated gift, but it's still a gift. Not saying don't buy it. If you want to buy it, get it for yourself. It's fine. If I have to, I'll make another one. I ain't got a problem with that. It's just, that's what I'll say to myself. So this is my shop. It's called Country Love and Charm. Again, I'm sorry for my attitude earlier. I hope that my viewers understand. I have dementia. I didn't understand all the things behind it. I had to do a little bit of research. I try not to do too much because I don't want to put anything in my head that shouldn't be there. And my doctor told me, he had me tested. Back in 2012, I was dementia. He found out that I had the onsets of dementia. And he said, by the time, he said in 10 years, he goes, you will be full-blown dementia. He says, he goes, and he wanted to explain things to me, and I told him, don't. I said, I'm a believer in Christ. I believe that I will be healed of this. I will not keep this. No. I was like, that's what I kept telling him. So, found out, though, later on, because I did do some research about dementia, because I didn't want to believe it, but everybody keeps saying things that, anyways. I'm sorry if I do have outbursts. I don't mean to. And I'm sorry if I ramble. I don't mean to. If I say things that sounds very hurtful, that's vile. What I said earlier was vile in my eyes. It's not something that I would like to say to someone because that is not the Christ-like person I am. But yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Again, thank you for watching, and thank you for my business. And again, I'm sorry that I have this issue. I don't want it. I don't wish it on nobody else either, because I'm not trying to get your pity. That's why I'm saying don't buy it if you don't want to. You don't have to. I'm just telling you, this is my Etsy shop. If you want to buy it, you can, because how else would you know where to find it? But yeah, I just wanted you to understand. If I do have outbursts and stuff, I am so sorry. I don't mean to do that. I try my best to control my brain, but it's not that easy. So thank you for understanding if you are listening and watching. And if I went off on you, I'm sorry. Just understand that next time. I didn't know my sound was, not working. I didn't know that these microphone things take batteries. I mean, why do you plug them into a phone if they die? It don't make sense. It's a brand new, anyways. I didn't know it was muted, or not muted, but what do you call it? The microphone was hooked in, but it wasn't working because the battery, and whenever it's plugged in, it does something. It like shuts down my sound or something. I don't get that. Anyway, so it's not plugged in this time. I was like, screw it, excuse my language, but I said the heck with it, so I just went on without a mic this time, and I hope that y'all can hear me, which you can, because I already listened. I guess that's it, and my likes and dislikes will be, whatever they call that word, be disabled. Disabled, there we go. I said the word, didn't even realize I was going to say it. Anyways, it will be disabled, because I don't like seeing the dislikes and the likes, because you should never judge someone by their video. I mean, so what? It's may not be a good video. It might not be a, bad video. To you, it might be bad. To others, I mean, everybody's taste is different. And, like, I have watched movies that my husband don't like, and I've watched movies that he has loved that I like. I mean, everybody's taste is different. So just because you don't like it, putting that out there for everyone else to see that someone hates, that you hate my video, and other people may like it. And then you're putting that out there that it's a bad video, and they won't watch my video, I mean, and I just don't see how that's nice. That's hateful. So anyways, that's why I'm going to disable the likes and dislikes. It's not to be mean to anybody or to take away your choice or your opinion. It's my opinion. It's my channel. And I choose to remove any criticism. I don't need anyone to criticize me. I do that enough. And I thank you for watching and listening to me do my rambling. And I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you. Bye. Again, I'm sorry for whatever. Thank you. Bye.